Peter Fischler.
Hello. Do I need a microphone or anything? We're good. So, hi, I'm Peter Fischler. I will be speaking for a little while. I'll first be speaking about the varsity group, and then the senior development group, and finally the sectional group for the Palisade site, but also just kind of in general. The varsity group, you can kind of think of it as a new group, and going back to its roots. The varsity group is similar to the pre-team group in that it's our entry-level group for senior-level athletes, senior athletes being kids over the age of 13. I believe varsity is available for kids over the age of 11 as well, because bronze is limited. Pre-team and bronze are limited to 10 and under?
Correct.
Pre-team. Okay, pre-team, so pre-team is limited to 10 and under, so varsity is open to 11 and over swimmers. And it is primarily about stroke development and having fun in the water, within the sport. There is no training expectation for the varsity group. It's simply learning more about the strokes and more about the sport. There is, in terms of expectations for the athletes, there is no attendance requirement for the varsity group, and there is no meet requirement outside of the West Side home meet. So they will not, I guess you could think of that home meet as our championship meet each season. The required equipment, just fins, and paddles, and a water bottle, of course, so you can stay hydrated during practice. I am your primary contact for the group, and I don't believe there is a varsity group at Santa Monica, so you will always be shooting those emails over to me. I am best reached, and for all groups, I am best reached by email. So you can call me all you want, you will always get a response via email, and usually a rather elaborate one. peterfischler@gmail.com. Don't be afraid to email me about anything, whether it's questions or concerns or just want to talk about how your kid's doing. Happy to respond via email. Let's talk about that. Move up standards from varsity to the senior development group. 13-14 BB times. Those times can be found on both SoCalSwim.org and USA Swimming. Is that .com or .org? Anyone know? .org. Look up time standards. You can just Google USA Swimming time standards, and you'll get a big chart regarding all of those standards. It's BB times for the 13-14 age group in 2 strokes. 2 strokes, and I personally break up the strokes as sprint freestyle, which is 50s, 100s, and 200s, distance freestyle, 500 and above, IM, fly back, and breast. So you need 2 of those 6 events or strokes taken care of to move up into the new senior development group. Expectations for swimmers: I expect that you come to practice on time. I expect that you are at least familiar with the content, with the different strokes. In order to get into the group, you kind of have to know the 4 strokes, and then you try to enjoy yourself. Right? We're here to learn more about a sport that we are here to enjoy, and the last thing I want to see is you guys not enjoying yourselves as we are learning more about these strokes. Expectations for parents: if you have questions, email me. Please do your best to get your kids to practice on time, and if they want to come to more practices, please encourage them to come to more practices. Oftentimes one of the reasons kids aren't able to flourish in this sport at that age group is parents are more concerned with other things, with what they think is important for that kid, and they don't necessarily think about what that kid wants to do with their time. Questions regarding the varsity?